Joy, and who else would it be doing these goofy videos? It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2014, and I'm sure of the date today because yesterday was the big tax day for our corporation, and I had to run around and do some stuff for Jerry. But anyway, I'm still here at our Edmond house, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get my sleeves to stay up here. They keep falling down. This is another blouse like the red one. Remember my last post I showed you the red blouse with the bat wing sleeves? Well, I decided to make another one to see if I could figure out how to make the front more blousey. See? Now if I wasn't 100 years old, I'm all set to have a baby because my blouse is big enough to put 3 of me in the front. But the deal is, if you get fabric that's drapey enough, it doesn't look really bad because it hangs nice. The only thing is, this fabric, I got it from Fabric Mart, and it's kind of a rayon. It's knit. It's real stretchy. See, stretchy, stretchy. But it's not knit like a t-shirt knit. It's a slinky polyester knit or something, and I'm telling you, it is murder to sew. I tried time and time and time again with a double needle to do a double needle hem down here at the bottom of this. Oh my goodness, 10, 12, 15 times I tried on a sample, and I could not get it to sew right. So I ended up just doing a single needle. And I know what you're saying, why didn't I use my cover stitch machine? Well, I'll tell you the thing about the cover stitch machine. When I sew with a sewing machine, a serger, and if I want to use my cover stitch, that's 3 machines. While the cover stitch takes 3 spools of thread, my sewing machine takes 1 to 2 spools of thread, depending what I'm doing. Sometimes if I top stitch something, I use 2 spools of thread, and the serger takes 3 to 4 spools of thread. So, even I, with so much thread, don't have 8 spools of the same color of thread. So, I didn't want to switch all the thread on the cover stitch machine, so I just put the double needle on. I did it with the red one the other day too. And I was just going to do the double needle hem, which on the red one's beautiful. Everything I've used it on before is beautiful, but on this material, I took it out, gave up, like I said, single needle. Okay, somebody wants to know what pattern this is. This is the one with the bat wings. I'll turn around so you can see, and so I can see. You see how it moves and if it sticks. You know, do you have problems with your blouses sticking to your pants in the back? Probably not, probably just me. Okay, so I like the fit. I made this a V-neck. Let me show you the pattern. This is it. I'm going to get close and be real still this time for longer than 5 seconds. This is a Kwik Sew pattern. Kwik Sew 2965, and you can see it's got a boat neck, which is my very favorite, and a V-neck. I've made the boat neck with the short sleeves, and this time the one I made the other day and the one I made today are this blue one with the V-neck. Okay, so what I did was I took my tracing paper from Sure Fit Designs and I drew off the medium of that pattern, because I didn't want to mess up the original. I don't know if you have any Kwik Sew patterns, but they come on real nice heavy paper, like typing paper, copy paper, and I didn't want to mess it up. So I traced it. Then I lowered the shoulder. I cut the sleeve off here, lowered it down a ½ inch, and then redrew the angle of the shoulder. I shortened it a little bit. What else did I do? Of course, in the front, I did a full bust adjustment. Here's the front that I drew off. And again, I cut the sleeve, moved it down a ½ inch for my shoulder slope. For some reason, they think I'm built like a football player and my shoulder should go straight up there. And so, when you do that shoulder like that, what happens is you end up with a whole bunch of wrinkles under here. And then you can tell if you'll take your blouse, if you make it that way and pull it up, you'll see all the wrinkles will go away. Well, that's because the shoulder slope of the pattern doesn't match your shoulder slope. Now, I've taken these sleeves in 4 or 5 times and they still won't stay up. You can see how big they started. So, what was I going to tell you? Oh, I did a full bust adjustment. You can see back here, here's my old bust dart. See my old bust dart right there? So I cut the bust dart, closed it up, and then I spread out the bottom. I cut it 1, 2, 3, 4 places. I made 4 cuts because I didn't want to just put it in the waist dart. If I put it in the waist dart, it spread out like 3 or 4 inches right there in the middle. Well, if you do that, you're going to get all the fullness right here in the center, right under your boob. And I didn't want it all right there. I wanted some in the middle, some here, some on the side. So the way you do that is you just make all these slices, angle over to the apex. The first one goes straight up. The other ones go up and over, up and over, up and over. Okay? And then you just spread it out evenly. I think there's 1 inch in each one of those cuts that I made. Okay? Now the back you don't do anything to, unless you want the back really full like that. But I don't have a boob in the back, so I just left it like it was. So, and now it fell on the floor. So, the red one the other day does not have this fullness. The red one the other day has the boob dart right here. So I've decided I really like this. I'm not crazy about this material, but I think it's cute. And let me show you one other thing that I learned doing this top. This is a real slinky, I don't know how I can tell you how. Maybe you can see how it puddles. See how soft it is and how it puddles? Well, when I cut this, can you see this facing thing right here? See that little band? Well, that's part of the pattern. And they give you a pattern piece that's, oh, I don't know, about that long, and you cut it on the fold and you sew it around the V. Well, I took at least 2 inches off of that from what they had cut. I subtracted 2 inches from it, put it on, sewed it on, and still I had this issue right here on the shoulder where it kind of, I don't want to do it again because it'll mess it up, but it stuck up, you know, it stuck out like this at the top of the shoulder, and I had pressed it, and I'd pressed it on a ham, and it still stuck up. Hopefully it's not sticking up right now. I can see in a mirror across the room. It looks like pajamas to me. But anyway, let me show you how I fixed that because it's so cool. I don't have a piece of material, but I have the ham. Let me see, what can I use? Let's just play like this is the shoulder, okay? Now the first time I pressed the neckline on the ham, I just laid it across this way on this fat part of the ham, okay? Like this. And I pressed it all down, all around the neck. Pressed it, pressed it, pressed it. Well, then I tried it on, and I had these 2 flip-up parts on each shoulder. Later on, I was in here messing with something else, and I thought, I wonder if I take that ham, and I fold the shoulder around it this way. This way. See, here's my, where's the neckline? Yeah, that's the neckline right there. So am I doing that right? No, this way. This way. So, instead of it being on the fat part of the ham, I wrapped it around the skinny part of the ham, like my shoulder. See, my shoulder is this shape, the ham, this shape, and I pressed it, excuse me, I pressed it really good with steam. And then I clapped it with the clapper, and now it lays flat. So remember that. Press it on something the shape of you, and then it will stay that way. So I was real excited because I was ready to throw it in the trash because I am picky about necklines. So I've got the hem in the bottom. I still haven't hemmed the sleeves because I'm wondering if I need to take them anymore so they'll stay up. But this is my project for today. I figure I can wear this to Expo with these plain black pants, and then I'll have a pocket to hide my credit card in, and I'll be super comfortable. Okay? And so that's all I know, and so I'm going to sign off.